Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Go Native Farms. And today we're going to take a quick look at our almost 1 acre garden that we have set up, and the drip system we just installed, and some of the plants we just transplanted. So let's first take a look over here at the corn. So you can see our corn is doing pretty good over here. We started this on May the 8th, and we do have 2 rows of corn, but it's kind of hard to see the other row. And that is a beautiful Santo Domingo corn, which is doing great. And then we have not planted a few more rows of corn, which are going to go here. And then we have planted a bunch of melons, and they're transplants, so you can see we covered them with a little bit of screen. And that's a good idea if they have not been in the sun. And even if they have been in the sun a little bit, when you transplant, it is sometimes a good idea to cover your plants. So in this row, you can see we have a lot of squash, and some of them I might put a screen on. They had been a little bit more in the sun. A couple of them are wilting a little bit, and sometimes you can just throw some tumbleweeds over it or something like that if you don't have screen available, and that will provide a little bit of shade for your plants. So I guess we can take a walk down there, but first we'll just look at this other row. We have a beautiful White Mountain Apache corn that is not sprouted yet. We planted about 3 rows of that and got our drip line in, actually 2 days ago. And let's take a look. We turned that drip line on this morning, and we provided a little bit of nutrients and microbiology. And a lot of these look really good in the sun. That one's pretty perked up and turgid. And some of them are a little more droopy like that one. And this is some of the microbiology we have going on. We'll talk about that on another day. We'll do an episode of microbiology and the benefits for your roots and your plants. And everything here is organic. So we rely on microbiology to help our plants with nutrient uptake. All right. And there you go. You can see we have a lot of screened. These are Zea chilies under there. Let's take a look rather than looking at these screens and you can't see anything. All right. So there's our Zea chili, and they're doing really good. Got those in the ground yesterday, put a little bit more water on them through our drip system, which is working excellent. And it is doing really good. I was surprised because I've had problems with drip systems in the past. We'll do an episode on drip systems in the future, and I'll talk about where I got them and all that good stuff. So let's take a walk. You can see we have quite a bit of squash in here. It's pushing on 87 degrees right now. So it's a little bit warm. I'm probably going to come back and cover a couple of these guys like that, since they were just transplanted yesterday. And down here we have some beautiful melons, which you cannot see unless I show you. So let's take a look. There we go. Those are a Navajo winter melon, and they have more of a white rind and a red flesh. And hopefully all of this corn comes up shortly. It should in this temperature. And hopefully we can get our fence up. We don't have the fence up yet, which can be a problem sometimes with rabbits. And one of the benefits of having all these weeds here is the rabbits won't necessarily want to chew on your plants over the weeds. So we'll do an episode on the weeds later as well. Just going to show you this garden, and it's pretty big. We have our trees intermingled, our apple trees, and this one is a apricot tree a lot of different trees we have here. And we haven't planted all of them, but the garden kind of goes in an L shape. And you can see down there, we have most of these trees planted, but there's a few more that we're gonna pop in the next day or two. And you can see this drip line where it wet the soil. I'm just gonna come back and plant some okra and different stuff in here. And it'll be dual purpose of watering the trees and producing fruits and vegetables. And we'll see how the soil does down here, because down here we did not add manure, but we did add it in some other spots. And that is that. We will probably just call it the end of the video here, and we'll do an update in maybe a month or two or something like that, when everything starts to hopefully sprout and take off, and hopefully we don't have any elk or deer come in here before the fence gets up. And that is that. This Saturday the fence will start going up, and we will get things rolling. All right, well, thank you very much for tuning in. That is our little drip system setup and the garden before everything takes off. Hopefully it takes off. You never know with gardening, because there are problems that can arise, like rabbits and predators and bugs and all that good stuff. But there we go. That was our little tour. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to grow organically and to go native and eat native, and get out there in your garden and walk around and enjoy gardening and life and get a little sun. All right, thank you. Have a good day.